This is a nice and quite modern park with some water features. Behind me, where you can see the Georgian flag, is the Parliament building, which I'll take some photos of when I get close. We can see it kind of better from here. Where is it? Where's it gone? But yes, Tbilisi, without a shadow of a doubt, is just thriving in all things historical and cultural. There are a lot of nice little souvenir shops and markets selling all kinds of trinkets and items, from sabers and daggers, which are Turkic looking, to Soviet military memorabilia, uniforms, helmets, even some Nazi equipment from the Second World War, military, old Russian books, hardcovers, all kinds of things, Georgian traditional costumes or clothing. I believe they sometimes perform small concerts here in this sort of a park, which is near the river in central Tbilisi. But yes, this is certainly a wonderful place, and as good as it gets for any historian worldwide. The people, the demographics here in Tbilisi, apart from the grumpy locals, who represent a majority but not all, like I say, there are certainly exceptions. The demographics here are Turkic or Persian, Russian, Ukrainian, Belarusian, Hungarian, lots of Slavic people, of course, Georgian, needless to say. Quite a few Americans, I've noticed, or perhaps Canadians, some Africans, Central Asians, and lots of Arabic tourists as well. And I would say those are the main demographics, the main ethnic groups and nationalities that I've noticed here. Georgian is spoken for the most part. Russian as well, however, because of the current situation with Russia and the Ukraine, there are an awful lot of anti-Russian individuals here. There's lots of anti-Russian... Oh, I'm being wetted. There are some small sprinklers here for the plants. Here are some nice trees. But yes, there are lots of anti-Russian, anti-Putin demonstrations happening all the time. Lots of graffiti as well, anti-Russian. So very sadly, the Russians appear to be, I don't know, they're not particularly popular right now here in Georgia, and so a lot of people don't really want to speak Russian. Both languages are equally hard to learn. I'm trying my best to learn the basics. However, it's a tricky one because sometimes the person, again, it could be a Georgian, they might just not want to speak Russian, so because of their political feelings, so you can't practice it. Or the person's Russian, doesn't speak Georgian. Could be in a shop, it could be a taxi driver, whoever, and so you're never sure what language to try and even start to speak in. There are people do kind of speak English here and there, but not like other countries where people are far more bilingual, or there are just more Anglophones in general. The people who speak the best English are young women, I've noticed, between maybe, let's say, 18 and 25. Apart from that, not that I came here expecting people to speak in English to me, right? I'm not one of those Brits abroad. Like I say, I am trying my best with the Georgian and the Russian, despite the political difficulties, if you will. But no, the older people here don't speak much English, and why would they? but that's just how it is. And so going back to the Georgians, the locals here in Tbilisi, there was this Dutch kid that I met who explained to me, he's about 25, he explained that because of their turbulent past and the fact that Georgia really does possess an entire history of conquering, warfare, violence. Did I really just say history of conquer? You see, my English is suffering whilst being here. It would appear that because I'm having to slow my English down when I'm speaking to people, or I have to choose my words carefully to not overcomplicate things and be understood, the quality of my grammar is going to the dogs. But no, Georgia possesses a history of being conquered, being ravaged, pillaged, etc., etc. As I mentioned when I was at the statue of the Mother of Georgia, the people here have had a very turbulent past. The region historically was always very volatile. So, there's the camera, I can see it now, I'm looking at the camera. That could be a reason as to why they're not particularly amiable or welcoming to most outsiders. And so that would make perfect sense historically. Anyhow, I'm going to carry on and move towards the most wonderful of all the churches and cathedrals here. And I shall, what's going on there? Our dog. I shall carry on. And here comes a big nutty doggy. Hello. Hello, bossy. Hello. Hello. Oh yes, a good old shake. A good old shake and off he goes. He did not want to be petted. And who can blame him? Oh no. He's a big old tired doggy. Oh yes. Lots of sparrows, I've noticed. There are lots of sparrows in the parks here. Plenty of birds. All sorts of interesting species. I can see a wagtail down there. Some sort of European wagtail. But yes, plenty of sparrows. Is that a finch? Perhaps. A very tranquil setting. Most relaxing. Some shrubbery, very nice. Wonderful trees. Like I say, like I said, 1st of September today, and excellent weather. They certainly have a wonderful climate here. Okay, in this underground tunnel, there are some very interesting historical artwork in the form of graffiti, which I do like an awful lot. Look at this. All historical imagery. I'm not sure what it's depicting. Some sort of council, religious council, perhaps. Look at this. Dear Lord. Strange vibes down here, but what would you expect? It's quite creepy, isn't it? And here is a historical timeline somebody's graffitied. So yes, fascinating. I wonder who on earth it was who took the time to knock out this historical timeline and all of these images. I'm sure that is the mother of Georgia as well. Now I shall head up to the main cathedral.